Gracious and kind and loving God, Father, we just want to say thank you. Just for this opportunity to give your name the praise and all the glory. Father, we thank you that you went to Calvary, hung, bled, and you died. You got on third day, sit on the right side, Father, each and every one of our sins, and that we all might live and have the right to the tree of life. Father, we thank you right now for everyone that came out tonight, this morning, and those that are online with us, God. We just ask you that you have your way. Protect us and guide in our homes, traveling grace, and you just really thank you for this pastor, thank you for this church home, the First Baptist Church in Rochelle. Father, we just thank you for everything that you're doing in our lives, and we ask you to have it your way this morning. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning again. We're giving our praises to our Redeemer, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Pastor Kelly, to Apostle Gardner, to Evangelist Simon, and Minister Hewitt in their absence. And all the deacons and all the lovers and mother of our churches here. And to close family, dear Christian friends, give God a good praise this morning. Give him a good praise this morning. We're back here in this building. It's a good Sunday school lesson. I told Pastor Kelly this morning that I'm going to have love for him to, I don't know what God is going to speak to me about later on, but this is the first Sunday that we want to make sure that we're able to abstain and allow God to be the center of this attention. Amen. This is the 7th day of June 2020. Our main thought topic said, listen up. That should be enough right there. We need to start listening up. And a lot of times as believers, we hear, but we don't hear. We try to act like we listening. You know, I know a few of y'all might act like me, but my mama was fussing at me. I'm sitting there paying attention to her, but I'm not listening. I'm acting like I'm listening, but God wants us to listen up. Amen. And the main time say, fear. The key verse say, fear of the Lord in the beginning of knowledge. But fools, this wisdom and instruction in Proverbs 1:7. This lesson that we'll start is going to be Proverbs chapter 1 through 4, 7 through 8, and 10, then 20 through 22, and 32 to 33. And the thing of it is that a lot of people don't understand that Proverbs is an instruction. It's a chapter that's teaching about instructions and wisdom and knowledge. A lot of people they kind of dispute who wrote it, but Solomon is taking credit for this particular one because of David. And the thing of it is that as believers, we want to make sure that we know who's talking, what they're talking about, and when they're talking about. Pastor Kid, I was kind of bombarded and confused because so many people have written and have said they've written Proverbs. But Proverbs is a wisdom. It's a book about wisdom and knowledge, because wisdom does not come, church, from old age. Wisdom comes from God. Wisdom comes from God himself.
That's right.
Listen, a lot of times as believers, we not understand. We think because as we young, we get old, we learn about wisdom. No. Wisdom comes from God. And we got to understand, we get instructions as we get older, and our minds start allowing us to learn more, to be instructed more, to understand more. This is why he is trying to say, listen, the Bible says that a man change, but a fool stays the same. And you got to be real careful with that, because we think, because we change, that watch it, Reverend, we think that we change, that we got wisdom, we know more. No, you're supposed to change for the better to help somebody that's lost. Amen? In the first verse, in chapter 1, the first verse, it says, Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, the king of Israel. That's why I'm saying when there's a lot of promises was made to Solomon. There's a lot of promises and instructions that David had to teach him from what he has already learned. My mama taught us how to clean the floors, sweep out the room, make the bed up, and do it. My dad didn't teach us that, but my mama did. And as I got older, I understood that's going to be, I'm going to need that later. I'm going to need that wisdom and knowledge. I'm going to need that, how to wash or how to cook. I don't like to cook, but I can microwave, I can do some things. But if I would sit there and learn that from my mama, but my wisdom came from God because I watched my father that was running the house, that go out and work and do all the things that he did. My father taught me the exercise me to be a man, how to provide for my family, but the love of mama showed me you still gonna need these things too as you get older. Amen. That's what they come on, Doc.
It was, it's the same thing, Pastor Wade, that David, a great king that he was, he could not teach his son wisdom. His son had to ask the source of the one who gives the wisdom, because life changes in life. As we go through life, doesn't give us wisdom, it only gives us experiences. And we learn from the experiences just not to do the same thing over again, but it doesn't give us wisdom. Wisdom comes from God, like you said. Solomon had to ask God to give him wisdom to be able to govern his great people. I fell short in my marriage when I didn't ask God for wisdom on how to deal with the situations in my marriage, or how to deal with wisdom to deal with people. I failed in that area until I read this lesson, and before long, life experiences, things I learned, I realized now that I had to, if I need wisdom about a situation, I got to talk to God. I love you, and I trust everything you tell me, but sometimes you just can't give me the wisdom that God gives me. But I believe that God uses you to use the wisdom to teach me something. So that's why I used to I listened, but I didn't listen. But now I listen.
And that's what he's trying to explain to us. We say we listen to God, but we don't. Why do you even read the word of God? Why do you even get up and open a book for God, for you to hear something, so you're going to tell somebody that ain't going to help them, but need to help you? That's why the word of God is taught, the instructions of God's word is trying to show us in this particular passage that I'm giving this to you so you can learn more about me. See, the word of God is to teach us to learn more about God, not keep trying to tell you. So, see, this is why we so long. But we've been following the fools.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. Because they want us to follow them right ahead.
Right.
Because they're benefiting off of themselves. They're not giving God no credit. They're not giving God credit for what's going on. Even in this our predicament, God gave us some instructions. Keep doing the work. I'll provide if y'all understand. I'm glad Sister Taylor's here, the mother of our church is here. Nobody have to explain to people when God bless you.
That's right, Doc.
Nobody have to explain that. We was laughing this morning. So they ride the big Cadillacs. Well, I want to show you something. They got new cars, right?
All right.
But they also handle the church's finances. A fool, a jealous fool would say, come on, they got the church, they got their church money. They over there doing that, but don't know. Those people got it, they work every day. They provide for themselves. But folks to say that shit, let it been the other way around. Let me what it come up with. You'll catch that by 2 o'clock.
Yep.
That would have been truly said, and it would have made a bunch of people believe that. That's why God made sure. He put people in place. He put the instructions there. He allowed me to have wisdom and an understanding to think like the other people. I have to think like crackheads. I have to think like Walker. I have to think like preachers. I have to think like the president. I have to make sure when the wisdom that God gives me, He allows me to eat it. Because if I stay the same, they'll be calling me a fool. They say, don't call people no fool.
Yep.
Why? But if they're still doing the foolish stuff, that's what God said. You got what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful and don't allow people to dictate to us if it ain't in the word of God. I'm not saying somebody can't come up here and tell you something good, something to show you. I'm not saying that. David is being specific. I cannot give you wisdom, son, but I can give you the knowledge that I have. It's up to you to get it. It's like I always use this. I thank God for I'm saying this so y'all understand it. God give us common sense, because it's no school, no college, nowhere can teach you common sense. That come from up above. That come from God. And if we got that what else God has given us that we don't lack it of. People think it. This morning, somebody didn't even know that wisdom came from God. Somebody in here didn't know that. That wisdom came from God. We think wisdom comes from we hang out with the old people, the elders to show us. No. They instructing us to show us to accept the thing so we can do better. I love my children. I want them to have more than me, better than me. I want to be able to say, okay, they got it. They can take care of the next generation. The next generation. That comes from wisdom and knowledge. That they go together. Amen. Let's say it. In the second verse, say to know wisdom and instructions, to receive the word and understand. Did y'all understand that? That comes from God. He wants us to be able to receive it. He wants us to understand the knowledge and the difference of the two of them together. Proverbs is real strong. It's a knowledgeable chapter because it tells the truth. It tells you, y'all notice if you look at it, it got food all the way through. It tells you what you don't do, you're foolish. If you don't do this, you're foolish. And that's why the instructions, and that's why they want you to know wisdom and instructions. They proceed, they come together, y'all. They go together, but they are different. They are different because believer, I don't understand this here, pastor. I went to this church, and this pastor been pastoring over 50 years. And I come up, and I'm just a minister, but they had me to come up to preach. And I don't understand why. But I'll say, maybe I got, stronger. Oh, maybe I could do better than him. But if I would have went in there and talked with him, I would have knew why. Because he was sickly. He couldn't breathe, and everybody else, he didn't want him in there. So he said, let me let this come. That was wisdom. That was wisdom. The Holy Spirit gave him instructions to know who and know what. That's why we have to know the difference. Even though it goes together, we still have to know the difference. Amen? Amen. To receive the instructions of wisdom and judgment and is equality. That's equal. That's like equal. What I'm saying to you is that how can we receive
equity, I'm sorry.
Yeah. How can we receive it? But you keep on going. When you don't know it, just keep going. Somebody gonna break it down to you. But I know what it means.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that, listen, that's when you got wisdom. You can handle correction. You can handle wisdom. You can handle it. If nobody can help you, Kelly, if you make a mistake, you know everything, right? Honestly. If y'all never made a mistake, that means you don't need God. That we all perfect. That's why I don't know everything. I don't understand. I get tired talking. I really don't know. But God gave me what I don't know and I can't pronounce it. I go and see what it means. That's why I can tell you exactly what it means. Because I read. And that's what God is trying to show us. When you can't, some people can read good, some people can't, but that reading just is better to get more understanding. That's wisdom. That's knowledge of God. That's the instructions that he's trying to show us. How many of us today, be honest with yourself, when y'all buy things, they got instructions in there, how many of us really read the instructions? We just start trying to put it together and figure it out, right? But wisdom will teach you how to get the instructions and make it simple. And that's what God's word is trying to teach you. I mean, don't lie to yourself. Be real with yourself. Because God wants us to begin up in the top, say beginning of wisdom. That's when you learn. You're starting over. You're trying to understand, God, why I gotta read the Ten Commandments? I already know the Ten Commandments. Why I gotta read and talk about the Israelites, the Midianites, all these different tribes and stuff? Why I gotta hear all that to know your word? Because you will learn more about him if you do the work, and he will show you if we do the work. You got what I'm saying? So again, to say to give ability to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. Now answer that for me. Why did he say young man? Why did he say the old man? The young man comes, the young man can receive it. They say you can't teach your old dog new tricks. He know already. He don't want to learn. But if you bring up the young, that's why the Bible says train them up from when they're young. He ain't just talking about in the church, anything that they do. And that's what makes it done. I didn't say what you say.
You know, it's like when you said children, they push record. I mean, because they're listening.
Yeah.
Young people will listen to an older person because they figure that he got wisdom. So they're listening. And that, I'm gonna back up.
Right quick.
Yeah.
But they'll listen. But young folks know who they want to listen to.
Right.
It's a difference.
Right.
They might not receive it from me.
That's correct.
They'll receive it from you.
That's right. That's like going back to verse 3. It says to receive. To receive means to listen.
Yeah.
You gotta listen. Young people really. On my job, I take my job for instance. I got these young fellas these youngsters. They come up to me and they say, "Brother, what do you think about this pandemic?" I said, "I don't think about it." They said, "What do you think about all this rioting?" I said, "I don't think about it." I said, I feel some way about it. I said, "But I don't think about it." He said, "Why you don't think about it?" I said, "Because the only thing I understand is that it doesn't affect me." I said, "It affects everybody. It doesn't affect me. So it doesn't change my course." He said, why are you saying that?" I said, "Because what you should be worried about is what you're doing right now. What you should be worried about is the relationship you have with God. What you should be worried about, why God got us in quarantine. What you need to be worried about is what God is trying to tell you. You need to listen to what God is trying to tell you." We missed that part. We missed the part about, in this pandemic, God was trying to release some wisdom on some people about some certain things. And I fell in that group, Pastor Wade. I fell into that group too until I sat down and I started listening. When we read this word, we have to listen to it with the instructions that God's going to give us in this thing. Even like the stability to the simple. The things that we thought are so complicated, he makes it real simple when you listen to him, because he'll tell you, "No, don't go down on Fifth Ward. No, don't go down to Third Ward. You might want to go down here to Sugar Land, or you might want to go over here to Sienna, or you might want to go down here to Lake Jackson, or you might want to go down to Freeport." He said, "Because I got something there for you." That is the most. If you want to get the wisdom from God, you got to be able to listen when he's talking.
But you also got to hear, just like you said, instructions. See, the instructions is the part of listening. When you listen, just listen up. We came out, yesterday we came out and we listened because we learned. I didn't have to now go ask Apostle, I didn't have to ask Sister Kelly, I didn't have to ask them what I need to do today. I was here. I was with them, so I knew already what I needed to do and what had occurred. Why? Because I could have said, but God said, "But I gave you the authority to make sure it happened." Ain't you the boss? Well, you take off that day. Take off. You can afford to take off, and go and make sure it's all right. Don't try to run in and give me nothing, because that's wisdom. That's wisdom. And when we have wisdom, everybody can receive it right. I knew whoever would be here, I've talked to him. I said, it's not that everybody want to be here. We want to make sure that we in a place. I need some help, right? I need some major help. And God has already put it in place. And he told me when, where, and how, and who. Now, why did he do that? If he mad at me, if I'm the problem. Why is he helping me? Because the wisdom comes from him. But if I listen at the leader down there, or Buzzer Bill on the corner, I'd be feeling some kind of way. But I got in a way, watch this, y'all. I have to vent to people. I told Sister Tate, I should have bought you a new car. Sister Tate, I call her every day at one time. I know she got tired. She just said, "Okay, Rev. Okay, Rev." Never said you talking too long. Never not picked the phone up. Never. And I know I'm getting on the nerves. I'm getting on my own nerves. But I need to regurgitate to somebody that's really, truly understanding the situation. Can't call Reverend, couldn't call them. All these people work. All these people, but see, he gave me some wisdom. Call. I know you can call. And that's what God wants us to do. Be able to depend on one another. When I give you instruction, why you can't depend on? I used y'all the other day in Bible study. I said, God, still providing for them. She's smart. She can get a job anywhere she wants. But the wisdom and the knowledge, they're not doing it for me. They're doing it for God and him. And I just say, well, Lord, can I have it? He said, I'll let you borrow it. So use the wisdom and knowledge of each one of these young girls, them little babies. Look at the wisdom I'm getting from them little children right there. They ain't worried about semicolon, Michael Jackson, or nothing. No bills, no water, no nothing. All they know is love. Love, look, that's mom. How she mom? They spend time with her, you spend time. But why ain't right there in her face? That's where the love come from. That's if we spend time with God. If we spend time with God, we'll be like this. We just loving on God and not worried about nobody else in the church.
That's right.
That's wisdom and knowledge, but nobody wants to spend time with God. We too busy because we got too many things in the world. We got too many houses, too many cars, too much distraction. And that's why God wants us to change so we won't be doing some damn foolish. Amen? Thank you for that too, God. And it says, we in that read down to the 7th verse. It says, fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. I'm going to stop right there. Listen, the beginning of this come from God. Why we as believers cannot, and I want y'all to hear me when I say this, the beginning of knowing come from God. Why you say that, Red? Because knowledge comes from God. Wisdom comes from God. Things that we do, because if he can show you, how can I do it? If he can show you or me, how can I not, as a believer, understand that? You understand God? He's the one that teaches us, shows us kindness, love, and sensitivity. Why? Because of his love, the love of Christ. Amen?
Explain to us, Pastor, about the fear.
The fear of it, that's what I'm saying. If you fear God, right? Okay, check it. Here goes a snake. There's a snake. You know that snake over there. You fear that snake, right? You know that snake. You finna get knowledge of that snake. That might be a part of the snake. That might be a snake might chase me. You start going deep into your mind. You start finding knowledge. What do I need not to go over there and fool with that? Now I'm finna learn. I'm gonna get some knowledge of it. Some people go get a book. Somebody go get apostle say, hey, that's a grass snake. Don't worry about it. He don't bite. They don't even go up in the house. That's what's the name? It's a snake. I don't need to know nothing else about it. That's all the knowledge I need. So when you feel God, when God makes you feel something, it makes you get knowledgeable because you'll start going to learn.
Make you seek him.
He open your eyes. He make you listen.
Yeah.
I can't argue. I might say my piece and run off. I'm gone. I don't got no knowledge about it. I got something to do. I don't allow things to happen to me because of my wrong or whatever I do. But I got enough knowledge to get to I'm gone. And that's how God wants us. When you feel God, you will flee. Why you gonna flee? Because now you're finna go pick up his word. Now you're finna start learning of it. You gonna get on the phone. Now you can get on YouTube. You can pick up they got so much ways you can learn of God's word. It's critical. So nobody has an excuse when you come back together. You can't say you don't know nothing about it, or you couldn't read,
That's
or
right.
you didn't understand it. I gave you the tools that was right there.
Yep.
But the first thing we do like that, Lord, I went over there and I didn't know. We started blaming God for our insecurities and our unknowledge. We blame him. I didn't get no education. I didn't do like sister go to college. I didn't get these things. But guess what? He gave me college because he gave it to me where I'm able to have. I can go reach and call home. I can call you, but you got too much. You can't lie now. You can't get away with it because wisdom comes from fearing God. He'll make you. He'll make you, but a fool stay the same. He got an excuse. He has an excuse. And that's why God teach us, once you get the knowledge and start, it's like, I don't know how y'all do it, but when you got something, somebody brought you something to eat, and it's so good, and you know it ain't enough, so you start eating slow, and you might get a piece of bread to help back and die, because it tastes so good, you know it's going to be gone. That's the way it should be with God's word. You should not get fooled off of y'all. I just want to keep eating and keep learning, keep more about Christ, and this is what he's trying to teach us. Amen. In there, we still in that same knowledge, it says, still in self-earth. He said, watch this here. But a fool that buys wisdom and knowledge don't want to learn. They don't want to know no more. A fool don't want to learn. He don't want to change. He don't care about how good it is. You know how y'all know a fool? And I'm just using this as a word. He'll have an old car, and he'll keep sinking money in that car. He'll keep sinking money in that car. I got that from you this morning, Sister Tate. He'll keep sticking money in that car, keep fixing that car, keep trying to trust that car, keep trying to do everything in that car. Instead of what? Go buy another. Sister Ella, I'm talking about you this morning. Sister Ella got tired of spending money in that old car she got. She got tired of breaking down in every problem. She said, ain't no fool, I'm gonna get rid of that fool. And see, that's knowledge and wisdom just saying that's what we want to do. Because everybody that get cars and stuff, they want to keep them. They want to keep them. They want them. Pam has that car. She paying for it. Don't want to get rid of that. I paid for that. That don't make her no fool. That made I paid for it. I ain't singing nothing in it. It runs with it, but it's mine. Y'all see what I'm saying? We like to hold on to things that has no value. You know what I'm saying? But it's value in that because they pay for it. I'm just trying to say, but a fool keep it just to have it set up on the corner and let it rust and rot. You understand? Amen. Come on, man. So that's what I was trying to say to you. A fool never changes. He stays the same. This young man the other day, I asked him, do you love God? He told me, yeah. I asked him another question. I said, do you love Jesus Christ? He said, nah, I ain't know Jesus Christ. I knew already, but he never acknowledged it. He always talked about God around him, but he never said Jesus one time. I knew already. I said, boy, you will. I said, I ain't pressurized, but he's real. And I had to show him the word. Amen. So a fool never changes. It said, and let me go back to that fear part. The fear of God should be in every one of us. The fear of God, not the knowledge and the wisdom that we know. If God came right now, just say God pop right up right now. What you gonna do? You gonna shake his hand like you're a celebrity? You gonna run up to him? What you gonna do? You gonna fear. You gonna fear because you knew how you lived. You knew what you had done. You knew the things. You knew what you did, and that's what causes the problem. That's what causes. If you don't feel God, you're not human. And that's when you want to learn, how can I get closer to him? Why I gotta wait till I need operation? Why I gotta wait till I get broke? Why I gotta wait till my back up against the wall to want to know him, to want to talk to him again? As soon as he get me out of it, I'm back doing the same thing over and over again. That's a fool, God. And the word of God is trying to teach us. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to change. They don't want no knowledge of God. They want to stay the same. Because they don't like correction, they don't like folks to help them. They always think they know it. They got the bright idea. If they don't go their way, it ain't gonna work. How do you know that, Pastor? I'm glad. I used to be a fool. Because it had to be my way. If it wasn't my way, if it wasn't, I ain't changing, I don't care, whatever. And that kind of thinking there is damnation on yourself. That means I didn't feel God. That means I didn't care about what he said. Boy, you better stop lying. Boy, you better stop stealing. Boy, you better stop man pleasing. And I said, I'm going to stop. As soon as you walk up to me, I'm going to tell you a lie. As soon as you lay something down, I'm going to put it in my pocket. You got what I'm saying? We can say out of our mouth. A mouth eat bread to say anything, but your actions and your walk with Christ. Amen. That's why I say the beginning of wisdom is fear from the Lord. Amen.
Amen. It's a scripture in the Bible that says, Lord did not give the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind.
Yeah.
That fear on that scripture means to be scared.
Yeah.
But the fear of the Lord means to reverence.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't want to reverence God because if we did, our lives would change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day when I was growing up, when you come into the house of the Lord and you told those children to sit down, or your mom and daddy told you to be quiet, you're going to be quiet.
Yeah.
But now, even grown-ups coming in the church, they want to fight now. You know what I'm saying? They say anything. They don't fear God. They don't reverence God anymore. Because we don't reverence God because we want things our way. Our way.
And that's basically what we are saying.
Right.
If it's not our way, it's like people come into church been sitting in that seat for 40 years. Been sitting in that seat, and somebody sat in that chair. Soon as they sat in that chair, instead of the person say, hey, that's why they have ushers in the church. That no, hey man, we need you to, if you don't mind, we need you to, if you don't mind, she been sitting there for 70 years, and she got to get to the bathroom. It's all right for you to get up. You know what she'll do? She'll politely get up and go sit somewhere else. But the person who think that they see, been now on the years, they'll walk right up to that person in that seat, walk right up there and say, and just stand there and look at them. Just look at them, like, you need to get up. You know, just stand there. And then as soon as the person says in the seat, look up at and say, hey, how you feel with my hand? How you feel with your hand? How you feel? Don't you feel with your hand? They'll be nasty towards them. Y'all got what I'm saying? And so that's what she means by feel. The reverence is that of God, Christ. And we just acknowledge it. Amen. God is able, church, to give us the instruction and the knowledge if we accept. If we have not accepted Jesus Christ, we cannot receive it. I don't care what you say. A dude told me, man, I got knowledge and wisdom, man. I ain't got to go to know Jesus Christ. I said, son, I'm going to show you this and I'm going to walk off. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you where they walk off. I got my job. If they do it or not, I've done my job. So when judgment day comes, he's still the same way. He'll say, he came to you. They did a play about when Jesus came in the lady was waiting on Jesus. And they did this play how they was in there. And Jesus came 3-4 times, different ways. And they said, well, and the lady asked him something kind of way. They said, I've been to your house 3 times. And you know what I mean? So what I'm saying, God's going to come in ways that we're not going to recognize him. But if we live in his word and learn about him in wisdom and knowledge, guess what? Guess what? We'll know God as soon as we see him. Amen. I like that. It says, in the 8th verse, it says, my son, hear the instruction of thy father. Listen, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Listen. Here y'all go. Y'all understand the father and the mother? Listen, it's not talking about mom and dad. I want y'all to catch this. When you see her, I want to teach you, you see her and mother son, it takes from Mother Earth. You take it from the earth. That means it's a mother. When you take from a mother's, a female's womb, the child, it's a female. It's like a male plug and a female plug. And what it's showing you right here, it says, my son, he speaks this. He said, hear the instructions of thy father. And then he put a period. A comma now. Why? Because the instructions come from God. He's talking to himself. He's the father. It's just like my daddy taught me how to come up and do the things of a man. My father taught me that. I'm going to take the instruction from it. I'm going to take the instruction. This is what God is telling us in his word. Take my instruction. Take my Bible. I give you the word, I give y'all the map, I give you the, what they call it, I give you the, in your car, your manual. I give you the manual to get to me, to know about me in your car. You got your manual. You know about the electric button, the seat, the safety belt, when the fuse, that's a manual. This is a manual to learn about Christ. The way to learn about him. You already know if you do the will of God and live right, you're going to heaven. But it's the things in there are still stop you from going to heaven because you're going to think, if I just do that, I'm done. He went to Calvary, hung there and died. I'm saved, I ain't going nowhere. No, you saved, but you still gonna go to judgment. Don't make no difference. You can't say that and go rob a bank and go beat on somebody. You can't do these things. Y'all kind of catch what I'm saying? So you gotta get the instructions from the Father. He wants it. Then when Paul says, this is what it says. It says, forsake not the law of thy mother. What that mean? What that mean? God is saying, it says, forsake not the law of thy mother.
Laws of the land.
Huh?
Laws of the land.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Not the laws of the land. Y'all can't. That's why he probably said forsake. And that lets you know he's talking about the walk that we need to walk, to talk with you know why? Because we started doing the laws of the land. We break them. We don't break them, but we'll use that excuse like the Mosaic law. They try to say we can't. Yeah, we're still under the Mosaic law. We're still there. The law is still there.
Lord's still in place.
He's still in the same place. God ain't went nowhere. And that's why he said for Satan, we have to be very careful who we hang with or how we hang or what we going. I know it's a God. I can say this, Brother Tony came in here, the first thing he told me when I was in the hospital with him, the first thing he told me, he said, I need to tell y'all about my God. He didn't say nothing there. He said, let me tell y'all how good my God is. I'm in the hospital room with David the next day. He shouted that. He didn't say nothing else. Because why? Because why? Because he knew he know God. I don't know nobody here walking up so right with God that you got to have a thought. You don't know how good you are or what's wrong with God does. He already puts it in our mind that I woke you up this morning. I gave you a portion of your help this strength. You ain't did nothing. I did. And he makes sure that, but don't think because you went the laws of the land that you went and you take it from the earth, you take it from the world, and that's what make you God. No, it does not. You're not that, it's not that tight. And why I love God so much, because he makes sure that we know. He makes sure you know when you do wrong. Ain't nobody tell you you're doing wrong. Ain't nobody tell you how much study you did with God. You already know how you living and what you going to do. We're going to keep going. You understand? So the thing of it is that God himself allows us opportunity to get it right. The instructions come from him. In the beginning, if the wisdom of God is in you, you're going to learn more about it.
Right.
My mama took us, my mama right there, my mama took us to church. We didn't want to go to church. I think I want to go to church with my mama. Man, mama, come on, man. I'm watching cartoons. Mama, come on, man. I got me some fat man cookies. I'm trying to chill, mama. Come with some church. God, we go to church every day. Guess what? We only went on Sunday, see that every day. We was at church. We was at church. I told people, I told the church here that my mama was a drug addict. Everybody know my mama didn't deal with no drugs, but I was making a joke. My mama drugged us to Sunday school. She drugged us to Bible study. She drugged us to church. Thank God she was the best drug addict. Money get back. She drugged us. Y'all know what I'm saying? We didn't have, man, she didn't want to button us all the way up to here, man. Like she was choking up shirts on. But it paid off. It paid off. She always asked me to do stuff. I look at my mama and burn out the door. I'm going out there. When I get halfway what I'm going to do, come all the way back and go do it. Because I'm wrong, right? She can't make me do it. Yeah, but God can put wisdom and knowledge. Because that could be her last time asking me something. Or I could be my last day hearing something. Yeah. So we have to make sure knowledge and wisdom is of God. Amen? Yeah. That's why it is said in that 10th verse, it say, my son, if sinners, what's that in? Say that. Thief and type, and try to make you do it. I know what it means to say, constant through night. Wait a minute. If it entice me, my son, if sinners entice thee.
Don't do it.
Wait a minute. Who he talking about? Entice, who is thee? Here we go again talking about the land and the law. You got to remember the laws of the land. It's the same thing. If it entices you, if it causes you to sin, what's gonna be next? What's gonna be next? Judgment. You're gonna be judged. I don't care what we do. We're gonna be judged because of knowledge. You know you do wrong. You know, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna switch it around. When you know you do right, you know good gonna come out of right. Ain't nobody teach you how to do wrong. You were born this way. You were born in sin, shaping it. You know how to do wrong. Wrong is easy. Sinning is easy. It feels good. It's easy to do. It don't matter. But doing right seems like it should be so easy, but it's not. Because we're so used to doing wrong. Doing right is like having a tape, having to do a test. You rather cheat on that test than really do the work, and the answers is right there in the book. Because it's easy. We are lazy. We don't want to know. We don't want to know.
That's what Paul said.
We don't want to know.
Paul said that when I find myself to do the thing I ought to do, I find myself not being able to do the right thing. But if I find myself doing the things that I not to do, I find myself doing the wrong thing. Then I come to realize it's not me that do it, but it's sin that's in my members. It's the same.
Yeah.
It consent thou not. What that means is you can be enticed and don't receive nothing.
There you go.
You can't receive nothing.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It's shining.
And
It
nothing.
looks good, but it ain't good for you.
Yeah. I know ain't nobody stole nothing from me. When it entices you, it intrigues you, you want it and you know it ain't yours, and you go get it. You go get it. You know it's wrong. I'm finna go rob this bank. I know they got guns in there, but they ain't got but one. I'm gonna get my cousin. Me and him gonna go in there. We got 4 guns. We gonna get it. But they got cameras. They got a whole lot of other stuff. And you still go take that chance because it entice you. That's why it's not good for people to wear a bunch of diamonds or wear real name brand stuff where people don't have it, because they start getting ideas how to take it from you, how to steal from you, how to hurt you to get it. And that's why kings had a lot of soldiers. That's why you see these rappers, they got an entourage. Not because somebody want to mess with it, but they wear what they have. Folks will hurt you for what you have. But why would we get the richest thing in the world, God's word, and we ain't got no bodyguards? We ain't got no bodyguards, we ain't got none of them. We got the treasures of God. Because our minds are not there. Our understanding is not there. You got what I'm saying? We finna stop right here. But we gonna finish this in its entirety, because I want to finish this, because it's a wisdom from Proverbs is to teach us instructions of fearing God, the learning about God, the knowledge of God. If anybody get Proverbs, it's an instruction chapter. The whole thing will give you knowledge, wisdom, and it'll teach you things that if you really truly love God, if you truly want to learn about God, you truly want to get into a place where you can say, wow, when do I spend time with it? Just on Sunday, just on Tuesday? But if you go there, it makes a lot of sense to you. But a man that want to hear the word of God and get the beginning of wisdom, that's where it starts at. But if you want to stay in a fool's place, that's your choice. But at the end, y'all, when it's all said and done, when it's all over, then we all got to stand before God. One by one. My mama prayed for me and got me to pray, but she got to stand in there by herself. She got to stand before him. I got to stand before him. Sister Stephanie, you got to stand. We all got to stand. They say every tub got his own bottle. And that's what God is teaching us today. How many of y'all truly is listening up? Are we staying the same? Are we staying the same? Are we really truly listening to God? Because he has a way to show us his hand. Because what I'm saying don't mean you can't tell me something. Don't mean she can't, or little baby can't. Wisdom comes from listening. And knowledge and wisdom come from God. Amen? Amen. We'll finish, y'all can just go, y'all got y'all. I told y'all, keep the Sunday school book, because it's really a good it's at the top of the words, it say, oh simple one. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Amen? Amen. We gonna, come on, we gonna have a prayer.